Hello, everybody, and welcome to the E&B Talk Show, not on the road. My name is Braxton Manning, and today I am joined by, as always, my co-host, Ethan Johnston.
Hey, we're not in a car crash or anything. It's just that we're not driving right now, so it's an OG regular episode.
Yeah, we've got a topic and everything. So, as usual, I'm going to start out, since we haven't done it on the road this week. How you been?
Fine, great, dandy. Sorry, I'm in the middle of playing Tomb of the Mask right now on my phone, and I just did something really different that I've never seen before, and it's confusing me, and I'm scared. So, I'm paused.
I just looked over as I said, "So Ethan, how you feeling?" And his face turned to horror. I was like, "Oh no!"
Real quickly, you know how like in the arcade version, you'll go through like those little like really long corridor kind of thingies until you
Yeah.
get to another part. There's like this little weird star on the right wall. I went through it and I went like right, and at the end there's this huge face, and I'm like, what is that?
What is?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you're.
Oh,
It's a different mini game.
oh, this is actually really cool. I thought this would be horrifying. I thought I'd have to be like doing like a boss level or something. Okay, let's pause that.
Now you're back to normal. Anyway, how have you been? How was your weekend?
Weekend.
It is Tuesday, but
Yeah, it's Tuesday. We're on
Tuesday evening. It's about to be Wednesday morning. So
Yeah, we're gonna be doing Thanksgiving break for our school. So yeah, I finally an episode you guys can hear us better.
yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I can't remember this weekend. There's a lot of things that I'm forgetting.
Anything new happen?
No.
Just. How do you feel right now?
Tired. I haven't been getting good sleep lately.
I feel that. I struggle. For those who don't know, I struggle to sleep a lot of times. Like, if I'm gonna go to sleep, I'm gonna go like, I have to be really tired. Like, and I'll stay up really late almost every night because it's just like I can't sleep. I'm awake. And so by the time I actually go to sleep, I've like missed like 4 or 5 hours of sleep that I could have been sleeping. And it affects me during the day because I fall asleep in Heartland. Like, I'll, like, if for something boring is really happening or something like that, like, you can tell throughout the day whether I've had a good night of sleep or a bad night of sleep. Because a bad night of sleep, I'll be sleeping through, like, on the bus there, on the bus to the Eagles Theater, at the Eagles Theater, on the way back, on the bus ride back to the school, in JAG class, I'll be sleeping on the floor. I just get super tired if I haven't, and like, plus on top of that, I've been sick, so, which I still am sick, technically, but I feel I'm better.
Yeah.
It's mainly just my nose now. But, what was that? That was like Friday? I think it was Friday. I came home and like I was tired. I wasn't feeling very good. And I just like, I almost fell asleep in my bed. But my mom called me and I had to go get somebody. I think I need to go get Stevie or something like that. And I came back to the house after that and I laid down in the recliner and I took a nap for like an hour and a half. Just straight sleep. No, what was I doing? I was home alone. Which is crazy. Huh. Speaking of home alone, I found out that I'm going to be home alone for the entire third week of December.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
I did not think I was going to be home alone.
Completely alone.
Yes.
Which you know, December extravaganza.
Yeah, the December extravaganza.
So yeah, what's going on with that?
So once again, for people who don't know, December extravaganza is a thing that I started last year that I do on my YouTube channel. and it's just basically where I just go in depth and I go all out kind of for the last month of the year, do vlogging, and I try to do some other stuff. Or that's what I wanted to do last year, was just do some extra curricular stuff. And I guess I kind of did that.
Yeah. I can't remember much of.
As I say, we were doing the Thursdays where we would like stay at the school and do geometry. So that was part of it and stuff.
I hated geometry.
Yeah, that was horrible. But this year I got some stuff lined up for you guys. I got some hot sauce, try it, taste, like kind of like hot ones with my brother. I've got a camp out in a car on the coldest night of the week.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be fasting all week of that third week, which is crazy because I'm gonna be home alone, and I love to eat food. So it's gonna be a struggle.
An entire week of
No eating,
just drinking.
just drinking water.
Dang.
That's gonna happen. I'm gonna do it. But yeah. I have a. Do you want to pull that picture up?
Picture of
the calendar thing that I wrote out and sent to you. It's on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember exactly.
A lot further back than I thought it was.
Yeah, we've talked a lot since then.
Not really.
Camp out. Oh yeah, I want to video myself cooking something. Hopefully by then, I'll have like a surprise ready to release by the third week, to release on January 1st. So yeah, I might go live on New Year's Eve. I don't know. I thought about that.
I hope we have a party.
I hope so too. But yeah, vlog, just kind of a lot of vlogging. But then like the week of Christmas, like the week before Christmas week is that third week in December, which is where I'll just be doing all kinds of stuff. But yeah, that's basically it. It's just kind of, I have some stuff planned. There's a lot more. There's more structure to it this year than there was last year, and
yeah,
next year there'll be even more structure to it because I'll be graduated.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Anyway, it's time to get to our topic. So, as we mentioned, the Christmas is coming up. Thanksgiving is coming up even closer. Thanksgiving is in 2 days.
Jeez, yeah. Boo!
Basically 1 day. In 22 minutes, it'll be 1 day.
Maybe I should start fasting now. Until Thanksgiving comes around and then.
But, well, you're not going to fast because my grandma, I think she said she was going to make tacos for lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're working cows. But anyway.
Oh, my poor digestive system.
Anyway, so with the holiday spirit, I thought that our topic for this episode could be holiday stories. Anything crazy like that happened, or like just a funny story, or just good memories that you have from a holiday. Like, oh yeah, I remember that was really fun, or something like that.
I have to do a lot of thinking.
So while you think, I've got a couple stories. We're gonna start it off slow. So I can't date any of this. I might be able to date one of these, but the first one I cannot date. It's been a long time ago. I was younger. This is when Stevie and I still had bunk beds, which that was a long time ago. The room that we are in right now was a guest room. So there was a bed there. There was a sewing machine there. There was a dresser here. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's been crazy. I haven't thought about that in so long. This room looks nothing like it did. Because there was the bed, there was the end table. They had a large. Oh my gosh. Oh. I had flashback. Vietnam flashback. That's crazy. I just think I had to talk about this memory real quick. I just got hit by So as younger kids, we weren't allowed to come into this room because it was the guest room. We weren't supposed to go into the guest room and there were no like nobody here, whatever. But one night, I told my brothers, I was like, let's all go sleep in the guest room bed because it's a huge bed. It's that bed that's below us in the room below us. That's the bed that was up here.
Oh.
So we were like, okay, we're like little kids, so this bed is huge to us. So we actually went and we slept, and mom, that was when my mom would come upstairs and wake us up, and or check on us. I don't know, but she came upstairs to like wake us up or check on us. I think it was to check on us. I don't know why she would check on us, but whatever. She came upstairs to check on us, and none of us were in our beds. And so she was like freaking out. And she, like, I don't know if we shut the door or not, but she came in here and she's like, what the heck? She turned the light on. What the heck are you guys doing? Sleeping. Like, we didn't know we'd done anything wrong. We just, like, we wanted to sleep. We felt like kings. But yeah, that was that lore. Braxton Manning lore you're getting right there.
Oh.
Anyway, back to the war stories. So it's Christmas morning, like early. Because I used to wake up crazy early. Like I would wake up like 2 hours before my parents even wanted to get out of bed, like on any day. Like now, oh yeah, if you give me time to sleep in, I'm gonna sleep in. But like if I have to get up early or get up at with an alarm, I'll get up with an alarm. I'm not like people who are like hit it.
Or don't even wake up to the alarm. Cough, cough, Alex Mosley.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you sleep. Like his dad is the same way apparently.
Huh.
They did like his dad will sleep through alarms. I cannot. I was telling Ethan a story of something that happened this week. Of like I woke up, I had just been sleeping. All of a sudden I woke up and I was like, why am I awake? I didn't even get time to think that. Like my hand came up to the side of my face, grabbed my hair, pulled a stink bug that had crawled into my hair out of my hair, and I threw it across the room, put my hand back on my side, and by that time I had actually kind of woken up a little bit to realize what was happening. Like my body was protecting me without even me knowing what was happening. And like that's how just awake. Like that's how I wake up and I go. But I don't know how people sleep through alarms. I literally don't know how.
That is such an annoying sound.
Like I can understand like I fall asleep while watching things like YouTube videos, movies, all kinds of stuff. I'll fall asleep while watching something, but as soon as it like if I'll be sleeping and something like a noise happens, I wake up because I like my body heard a noise. It's like defense mode.
Yeah.
Like it's just instant, and I'm like, yeah. Anyway, but I woke up early, and Stevie was up, but like Stevie came down after me, and I went down the stairs, and then all of a sudden Stevie was like, I don't feel so good, and he threw up on the stairs.
Oh.
And it was just like chunks or whatever. I don't know. It was nasty, but I had to go get my mom, and like I was like, Mom, Stevie threw up on the stairs. So yeah, he didn't feel very well. That's that. Oh my gosh, that's when I got this blanket. This one right here.
Oh.
Because my grandma, she always has the pass around or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You went to that once. 2 years ago.
Huh.
What year ago? I think it was last year actually. Because Splinters was out.
Oh jeez.
Because I remember I left you down at my grandma's house with all of my relatives to go grab something that I left at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was the year I got this because Stevie wasn't there. He didn't get to go to the pass round.
Oh.
Because he was not feeling well.
That's a terrible time to be sick.
Yeah. But yeah, I got this red blanket. That's crazy. I forgot about that. That was the same day. Man, that's just one of like a Christmas that I just remember because you're gonna remember something like that. Someone throwing up on the stairs on Christmas morning.
Like I still remember it's kindergarten or something. We were in elementary and I think we were like kind of like rehearsing for one of our what's it called? This is kind of holiday related. It was one of our programs. That's what it's called.
I
Programs.
was like, I knew what you were talking about, but I was like, I don't know what to call that.
I remember there's actually two instances of people throwing up. One, like we were all off on the floor somewhere, and Alex was just kind of like sitting on the steps. He's just kind of sitting there, and then I just remember him just like projectile vomiting like straight on the stairs, and I was like, "Oh, dude!" And then there was a few years later. It was maybe like fourth grade or something when we had our Veterans Day. I think it was Veterans Day program.
That's probably was that fifth? That's I guess 5th grade.
Yeah, and I was like I was standing kind of in the back. It was in the middle of our performance. Like the last song where like all the lights are out and the slideshow's going.
Yeah.
The really sad one.
Yeah.
And I remember Logan. He like
Matthias.
he's just standing there, and then he sits, and I'm like, what's he doing? And then I could just like kind of like see that he just starts throwing up, and and then he's like, yeah, he just like throws up, and he like sits there for a bit, and then he like gets up and like gets out, goes into the bathroom to throw up some more, and we're just kind of all just awkwardly sitting there finishing the song. Is this puddle right there? And we're like, oh.
See, that's another thing that I don't understand. How people can watch other people throw up. If I see someone throw up, I'm also going to go throw up. Like that, it's like an instantaneous thing. If I smell something, like if I see something that's just icky,
Yeah.
like I'm getting like the right now. Oh, I throw up. It's so bad. I wish this wasn't me, but it is me. I throw up at the stupidest things.
Yeah.
But like I have a horrible gag reflex. Like
at least like you're not one of those kinds of people that like they hate like the sounds of like gagging.
Well, let's see. If I hear someone actually throwing up, that's gonna be because I had the flu. Funny story about that day. It was last year, but like Ray got sick the day before, and like I woke up that day and I wasn't feeling very good, and I think I ate breakfast, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna throw up. So instead of throwing up inside the house where people can hear me throw up, I went outside around the house, threw up. I was like, oh, I guess I feel better now. Came back inside. I was like, okay. And then, like, I didn't tell my mom about that because I needed to go to school because I had a health final that I had to pass. Like, because it was the week before finals. Because I had to do that final and get it done, or I was gonna fail, and I have to do it again this year. But I passed it, thankfully. But so that's what I did. I went to school, and like I started to feel really bad, and just like horrible. And so I went to the office and was like, I threw up this morning, but I had to go to school. Or actually, because I go to Heartland in the morning, and I was like, hey, I'm not going to Heartland. I have this final I have to do. I'm gonna get it done, and I'm probably gonna go home. I don't feel very good at all. I threw up this morning, and they're like, oh, okay, I guess you can stay here and do that. And so, like, I almost threw up at school. I've never actually thrown up at school before. I've thrown up outside of school, like on school property, but I've never thrown up in the school building. So that would have been a first, but I was feeling horrible. I called my mom and I told her, I was like, hey, I threw up this morning. I didn't tell you because I wanted to do this final. She's like, yeah, just come home. And so I came home and I was sitting in the recliner downstairs and Ray like runs off to the bathroom. And all of a sudden, already I'm like, I don't feel very good. But he runs into the bathroom and like the door's shut, but you can just hear him throwing up. And I'm like, oh no. And I heard him, and I was like, oh, no. And I had to get up and run down the stairs to the bathroom and throw up.
Dude, at least, like, you didn't wake up how I woke up one day.
Oh, I know what story you're about to tell.
Yeah. I guess I'll start off with the story, but I guess I'll do it as a story. But basically, one night, it was a school morning. Is when I think it was when my brother still went to school. I don't
Yeah, it
remember,
was.
but basically,
Wait, no, it wasn't. Because I was taking you to school.
huh?
I think it was a year after he graduated.
Maybe.
Because I was taking you to school because you got in my car and you were like, bro.
Yeah. Okay. But my brother and I, we sleep, or at least we used to sleep in bunk beds. I forever reign on the top bunk, and he sleeps in the bottom bunk. We used to switch every few months, but now I stayed on top for ever. He's moved out kind of in Muncie, so. But yeah, I remember waking up and I was like, man, I don't think the alarm even went off yet. I don't remember, but I just remember waking up to the sound of like liquid of some sort, because we have water bottles by our beds, because we're thirsty. Also, like you wake up in the morning, you're parched.
Yes. I hate that feeling.
But so I was like, huh, because he also likes to like poke his he likes to poke a hole in his water bottle or something, so then he can just squirt it into his mouth. For whatever reason, I always hear that sound below me, middle of the night, before bed, and who knows. And so I was like, oh, maybe like spilled his water or something. I don't know. And I just keep hearing the sound. I was like, oh no, he's throwing up, isn't he? Because like it'd be like the gushing sounds, and then I just hear. And I'm like, oh no. It's like, what do I don't want to turn on the light because I don't want to see all that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just kind of sitting there. I was like, you all right? He was like, no.
I mean, I don't know what else you expected from him, but yeah.
No, and then threw up some more. And I was like, if you hum, it'll stop it. So he hums, he kind of like weakly hums for a little bit, and then he stops, and then he just throws up some more. I was like, oh well. So yeah, I wait for that to go over, and I think as he's laying in bed, I make sure that I stay on the farthest side of the room I possibly can, so that I don't step in all of that. And then I go and tell my dad, and Dad's like, what?
I remember one thing that Ethan told me was like he tells me he's like, bro, he almost threw up on my shoes.
Yeah, my shoes were right down there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We veered off from holiday stories now.
Yeah.
It's
Just throwing up. Okay. Now it's time for the story that I know that if people know me and my family, then they know the holiday story I'm going to tell. It is Christmas Eve. 2 years ago. 2 to 3 years ago. I think it's 2022. So 2 years ago, I think it's Christmas Eve 2022. I am in my bed, and like from where my bed was at, I could kind of see out the window of like the front window, and just like through the window that doesn't have a blanket on it, I can see on the trees there's like a flashing light. And I'm like, what the heck? And I'm like confused. So I open the door and the light is on in the boy's bedroom. Like Stevie's light is on, and I'm confused. And I was like, hey, what's? They're like, we don't know what's happening. I look out the window. There's an ambulance in my driveway. There was ambulance, and there was like two different trucks with lights flashing or whatever. And I'm like, what is happening? So, and the boys were like, man, we heard a noise or whatever. We thought we heard Mom scream. And we're like, what the heck? I was like, okay. So I went downstairs, and it's super cold. And I'm like, why is it so cold? Because the back door is just wide open.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to talk about. You know what I'm talking about now, don't you?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, the back door is wide open. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, and I'm in my pajamas. I probably look like I just got out of bed, because I did just get out of bed. I'd been lying in bed for probably 2 hours. But like, I kind of walked over there, and like there's some guys that I have no idea who they are. So I'm like, started breaking into our house. What is happening?
Huh.
Like I'm so confused. And my dad comes out of his room, and he looks horrible. He looks like the world has just crushed him. And I'm about to find out why he looks like that. Because I walk over to him, I was like, what's happening? He's like, I just shot your mom. And I'm like, what? He's like, I shot your mom. And like, I was shocked. I was like, I had no idea what happened. It turns out, and here's a story from my parents of what happened. Uh, my mom had eaten some cranberry bread,
Oh.
for like fruit bread, nut bread. She eats some kind of bread that you eat around Christmas time, and apparently she just felt really sick, so she went to the bathroom like to throw up, and she got to the bathroom, but then like she threw up on her hands and stuff like that. She just threw up everywhere,
Oh.
and she was like, she told dad like, "Hey, get a line. I just threw up everywhere. I don't feel well." Well, my dad. So a Kuhn hunting light or like a spotlight has a handle grip with a trigger you pull to
Yeah.
turn the light up. Well, my dad thought he grabbed that, and he grabbed it and pointed it towards her to turn the light on, and or in her direction, like towards that bathroom, because their bedroom, and then like the bathroom's another room in that area. So he turned on the light towards my mom, and instead of the light turning on, there was, well, it's probably like just a flash of light as he pulled the trigger of a gun without him knowing, and the bullet went through the door frame, through my mom, like through my mom's kind of like hip area, and then out the other side and hit the wall and bounced off, just kind of laid on the floor.
Huh.
So yeah, and so they called 911, and he was like, "I just shot my wife," like freaking out and stuff. And so yeah, it was crazy. Like this is Christmas Eve. This is like when everything's supposed to be happy and jolly, and then like you find out that somebody's accidentally shot somebody else.
Yeah.
So like the police were there and everything, and so like they took my mom, they took a helicopter to Fort Wayne, and like my oldest brother Ethan had to tell Grandma Nancy, and like he's like, hey, he told her to sit down, and like he was like, Dad accidentally shot Mom, and like he like everything's okay and all that, and then he had to go tell Grandpa Fred, who in fact at the time was living in Denver. So this had to be 2 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago, because they had their house in Denver. My grandpa Fred and Grandma Beverly were living in Denver. He went and told them that about what had happened, and then he came. I think Grandpa Fred, somebody rode with Ethan. I think it was Grandpa Fred rode with Ethan up to Fort Wayne to get my mom, and brought her back. And then while all that was happening, the police were talking to my dad, and then a police officer who actually works at our school now, not the female, and not Coach Grant. It was the LeBlanc guy.
Yeah.
He came and talked to me and my brothers, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna have what you guys come down one at a time and tell like your side, like what just kind of what you experienced until we got to this point." So we came down one at a time, and I was like, and I told him my side. I was like, I was in my bed, and I just kind of was laying there, and I saw flashing lights. Like I didn't hear anything. If I shut that door, I don't hear diddly squat unless it's up here. Like I don't hear anything. It doesn't matter if like it's dead silent. Well, okay, if it's dead silent, like no noise at all, and that door's open, I might hear my mom yelling to like tell me to come downstairs or something like that. But I don't. If that door is shut, I don't hear anything. So I didn't hear anything at all. The boys actually heard the shot and my mom scream as she got shot because surprise, new hole in your body. But like,
2 new holes in your body. Well,
yeah,
kind
well,
of. Kind of.
yeah,
Not the debate to have right now.
yeah. Anyway, but yeah, like a lot of people don't understand, like because like when you hear that a husband shot his wife, you're like, whoa, wait a second.
Yeah, who's cheating, right?
Yeah, like well, what's happening here? But like it was an accident that could have happened to literally anybody, and like there were some people that were like, oh, there's no way that could have been an accident, and like people who went to my church who know my parents were like put them on blast because they're like, yeah, that's not. But like I remember like people like questioning me, like I think your dad asked how my mom was doing or something like that,
Yeah.
and I was just like, oh, she's good.
Yeah, because I think that was like 2 years ago, because that's when I first had my acoustic guitar, and I think also I went to Cali's for Christmas as well.
That's right. I think you,
Cause
yeah,
yeah, I was like, I remember like being at her house, and I got a phone call from my dad, and he eventually told me that, like, your dad shot your mom.
yeah,
And I'm like, what?
yeah, and like it's just weird because Mr. Moreland was like, hey, and I was like, because I told him I was like, you're not gonna believe what I'm about to tell you. He was like, I was like, and I told him I was like, I did see something on the like the police scanner, and I was
Yeah.
like, I wondered if something was happening up there. But it was just wild, like, and like there's the thing is like some people still don't know what happened, and so for me to say this on a podcast episode is crazy. It's wild because this is stuff that's never been heard before by some people. Like we didn't tell anybody, but except like close family,
Yeah.
close family, and then like family friends. That was it, and like still that there were people in our family who did not know. Like we have cousins who had no idea that this had happened, and like my brother from my brother from Germany, Mike Stengel, he was here with his girlfriend, now engaged, soon to be wife. They were here, and Mike was like freaking out. He had stayed at Ethan's house in Logansport, and so like when he got here, to like see everything, he was so happy to see mom just like okay and sitting in her recliner and everything. It's just a wild thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, like this is the reason I really wanted to do this, which is like I wanted to tell holiday stories. And I mean that's what we're doing. We're telling holiday stories. But like if somebody can tell me a holiday story that is more crazy than this, please tell me, because I would love to hear that. Because there, unless something really bad happened to you, like I'm not trying to be a jerk, but like unless something really bad happened to you on a holiday, nothing will ever compare to your
terrorist attack,
like,
war story, who knows?
Like nothing can compare to your father telling you that he just accidentally shot your mother. Like that that it's wild. And like and yeah, like I said, it was complete accident. But it was gotta be one of the most like interesting things ever. Like just kind of like just to be like, because like I don't know, how do I explain this? My family is just like we're the Mannings. People know us, but like we're not like that, all that and everything. But like it's just like to have something like that happen to us it's just crazy.
A lot of people just know your mother as the lady who makes cinnamon rolls.
And then, like there's some people who are like, oh yeah, the Mannings, the farmers, or like beef cows. Oh, the people who they sell beef or whatever, they raise beef cows, stuff like that.
Brother's a representative.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just sister-in-law, vice principal at the high school.
Other brother's a pastor in a church.
Yep, he's also he works at a factory.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it was just wild. And it's like it's still crazy to think about. Like no family should have to go through that, but we are lucky the way that it happened.
Yeah, at least it wasn't
Like-
in spite or something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't in spite. She wasn't injured horribly.
Yeah.
I like the thing is, like, she changed pajamas because she was covered in, like, puke. And so she had Dad help her change pajamas. And then those pajamas that she wore to the hospital, they cut them off and threw them away. So she had these homemade pajamas that my grandma had made her, and they got cut off and thrown away.
Oh.
So yeah, but I mean, yeah, we got extremely lucky. So that's a holiday story. Like, when I was thinking about this topic, like, I didn't even think of that before I chose that topic of holiday stories. I was just kind of going through. I was like, oh, what's coming up? I was like, oh, holiday stories. And I was like, oh yeah, that's probably a good topic. And I was like, oh yeah, there's the one where Stevie threw up. And I was like, wait, the holiday story to end all holiday stories. Yeah, that's if I try to think of like other stuff, it's like, I mean, we just had people sick, I guess. Like, and another memory that I can think of from a different is like, we have a tradition. I'm changing wheels here. I'm moving on to a new story, but we have a tradition where we hide like this, like, it's a glass pickle. It's not very big. We have two of them. One's bigger than the other one. And what my mom does is she hides it on the tree. And we have to find it. We get a prize. We get the pickle prize. We gotta find the pickle to get the pickle prize. And sometimes it's like movies or money, gift cards or something like that. I found it last year and I got a gift card to the movie theaters, which I actually used to go watch Deadpool Wolverine. And there's still stuff left on it. And then a gift card to go to Dairy Queen. Which, yeah, that's pretty cool. But, yeah. So, I think it gotta be the year before. Not the same Christmas. Was that the same Christmas? No, there's no way that this is the same Christmas as that. And I don't know when we did, but like it was in the range of 3 years ago. It was recent. As Christmas events go, it was recent. But we were like, I was just kind of thinking, and I messaged my older siblings, and I was like, hey, Mom and Dad always do the pickle prize for us. They always go all out for it. They hide it. They get the gifts and everything. I was like, what if we did it in return for them? We set it up. We got the prizes and everything. They have to look for the pickle, and that's what they did. We did it. We got like candy that they liked. We got a movie that the movie that they went together and watched in the movie theaters on their first date, Firewalker with Chuck Norris. And yeah, it was really cool. I think we got him a gift card too. It was really nice, and we got it all set up. It's just a memory that I like, that we were able to do something for them, give it back to them. Yeah, I don't know. Because I got memories of like, oh, my great uncle Larry, who has passed away now, sadly. And he would tell me all kinds of like trucking stories and coon hunting stories, all kinds of stuff. It's just, and like when I think of holiday stories, I think of kind of like more like holiday memories. Just like, because you think of like, oh yeah, you're around the people that you love and all that, and it's just, you make memories by being with those people on those special days. And like I enjoy holidays. Like, I love the food, I love the presents, but like one of the things I love the most is that I get to be with my family.
Yeah.
Like surrounded by people that like I've known for a long time. And like Thanksgiving isn't quite as special, but it's still nice to be able to talk to family and all that. But Christmas really hits it deep because you're able to show, like, and that's why one of the big reasons I'm getting trying to get presents for everyone this year is because I want to be able to show, like, hey, you've given me presents for like year after year after year after year. I want to be able to give something back to you as a Christmas present, so that I can, so that I can show that, like, hey, you got me a present, I got you a present. Like, come full circle. Like I said, I've been a little bit lacking with presents, like birthday gifts and Christmas gifts and stuff. I don't have Santa Shop anymore to help me with that,
Yeah.
which was super helpful.
Wow. I don't know if they still even have that anymore.
I have no idea.
I know they at least still have the Scholastic Book Fair. Anything else, I have no idea.
Oh my gosh, I love the Scholastic Book. I mean, how long have we been on for? Well, it is 12:17.
Yeah, so probably about an hour.
40 minutes. We're about 40 minutes, which is cool. We haven't had an episode really this long in a long time.
Yeah.
This will probably get posted later today, since it is Wednesday. And
yeah.
so yeah, I will try and post it later today. You got any more memories?
Oh. I can barely even remember what happened last week.
Feel that. I have so many problems with remembering things. Like, just today, I left my wallet at the rental house. I had to go back and get it. I left my phone in my car. I had to go back and get it.
Forgot where your jacket was.
Yeah, I couldn't even find my jacket that I'd been wearing literally 3 minutes before. I just struggle to remember things.
I'm sure we've got some crazy 4th of July stories.
Yeah. I said technically that extends. I mean, we've got that could be a whole segment by itself.
Yeah.
Literally, just an episode of dumb stuff that we did with our friends, with bottle rockets or fireworks in general.
Yeah. Jack's nipple getting zapped.
Yeah. Me putting a. I don't know if that was 4th of July or me just being an idiot. Me shoving a bottle rocket that didn't have a stick into the bathroom with Matthew.
Yeah.
That was so funny. I've never seen someone leave a bathroom so fast. And that's crazy.
Yeah.
I wish that had been videoed so badly.
Mm-hmm. I wonder.
We could literally have an episode just called Fireworks.
Yeah.
And it could just
Fireworks and Friends.
Yeah, that's a beautiful title. Because I would literally because I just have so many stories for like hanging out with friends and all kinds of stuff. I would love to have a time machine and go back in time to see the way things were, like, because I don't know, it's just in my mind, like, because I was telling you about how Stevie threw up on Christmas Day or whatever, but like it blew my mind how much has changed in this house since then. Like, the guest room's below us. That was my dad's office. My dad's office is now Brady's old room. The place where I play video games, that was Ethan's old room. Like, this is the guest room. I would love to go back in time and see the guest room like it was before. Relive the memories that I have for like sneaking in here and like messing around, jumping on the bed, wrestling and everything. All the memories, just everything. Like the year my dad made the Lego table for Christmas.
Oh.
That was crazy. We were not allowed to go to the shop at all. It's because my dad was making that. And it was so cool. It still is cool. The Lego table's amazing. I love that thing. You're never too old to play with Legos. I play with Legos not all the time, but I will take minifigures and make them fight, all kinds of stuff. I still love, that's a thing that it goes along with, I guess, holiday, Christmas, at least. People are always, as you get older, you get less toys. But like, my brothers always get Legos and stuff, and I'll ask for things, and then I never get Legos, and I get sad. Like, literally last year, because the year before that, I had like my brothers got Legos, and I ended up like my biggest gift that I got was a thing of deodorant shampoo.
Uh,
Like it was a case of deodorant, shampoo, aftershave, and all kinds of stuff. I was like, oh, I guess you guys think I smell bad and need to take a shower, just as a joke. But like the last year, like before Christmas and stuff, people asked us like, I would love to get a Lego set. Like even if I just got one, I would still love to get a Lego set because like you're never too old to build Legos. I love Legos.
yeah.
I love building Legos. Like okay, now I love to build Legos to a point. I don't like to spend hours upon hours upon hours building Legos. Like last year, Stevie Ray and I got the Moss Isley Cantina for Christmas, and I think it took us like a week to build, which is crazy fast. But like we were taking turns, like each of us would like a person a bag, and like it got to the point where after like 3 bags, which is like an hour to 30 minutes of you just building Legos, like it got to the point where like after 3 bags, I was just like just do it without me. Because like it'll get to the point where like yeah, if it's a like if it's not, I don't want it to be tiny, but like I don't need it to be the castle of Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Like if you get me like a Lego car, or like I get to build like a Lego mech and make the minifigures fight or something like that. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. It doesn't have to be.
The whole set piece.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be the Death Star. I will be okay with just a little Lego set. Where I build like a little spaceship or something.
Yeah.
Do not buy me the the cruiser, the cruise ship from the Republic with the clones. I will cry. Do not get me the Millennium Falcon. Yes, it would be cool to own those things, but it would also take me forever to build. So, I mean, I enjoy Legos.
And then you gotta tiptoe around that thing because it takes forever to make.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's like, we got, what's funny is Christmas is like, so we got like Thanksgiving tomorrow, right? Thanksgiving, or not Thanksgiving, Christmas is like 4 weeks.
Christmas.
And so what we got for Christmas last year was the Moss Isley Cantina. What we also got was a display case we've been asking for to like display the Legos that we don't want destroyed. Uh, it's still sitting behind a table where behind the table where the Moss Isley Canteen is. It's still in the box.
Yeah.
But it still has wrapping paper on it.
I was about to ask, where is it? Because I've never seen it.
It still has wrapping paper on like the side of the box. It's behind the table. You know where the Moss Isley Canteen is?
Yeah.
It's behind that table. It's just up against the wall there. I may put it together while I'm alone.
How big is it?
I don't know. I have no idea. I just know that it's a display case.
Yeah, you should throw that on the December extravaganza thing.
Yeah, I built this as a display case for Legos. Move stuff around, make my parents mad at me again.
Yeah.
I got some plans for some stuff. I'm gonna do stuff. And I'm gonna have fun because I'm gonna be alone all week. Because it's like, yeah, I'll see my brothers in the morning, I guess. Well, actually, I don't know. They might just go to school with Christina, which wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, if they go to school with Christina, it'll just be you and me in the morning. I'll only see them like at school sometimes, and then in the evening when I take them back to the school. Okay, then I get to experience adulthood.
Yay.
But yeah. Well, we're at the 50 minutes mark, which is got to be one of the longest episodes we've done in a long time.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't said the 15-minute mark in a hot minute on the podcast.
yeah, I think our shortest episode's 12 minutes, and that was like just last week that we hit that.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. My throat's a little scratchy from talking so much.
Yeah, I wish I could remember more stuff and have more stories, but yeah, I really can't remember anything. And like if there is any memories, I just can't remember if they're holiday related.
As I say, right now I'm trying to think of the best Christmas gift I ever got, but I can't really think of anything. Like, they're all, oh, a phone. I got a phone for Christmas. I got my first ever phone. And I remember I was getting like made fun of for not having a phone, and so I was getting made fun of like after Christmas or whatever. I was at the school, and I was getting made fun of, and she was like, "Oh, what are you gonna do? You don't even have a phone." And I was like, "Actually, yes, I do." And I pulled out my phone, my new phone that I just got. I was like, "I have a phone right here. Deal with it." Yeah, that's probably that was a pretty good one. Was the phone? I just like it's so hard to like think of what I am worried for what I'm getting from Brady Christina this year because Brady ordered it off of Temu and he says I'm gonna love it. But I've seen what he's ordered off of Temu, and I'm not sure I'm gonna love it because he orders t-shirt. He'll order t-shirts for his friends and stuff, and they're some pretty wild t-shirts. Like his friend Lucas's says, "I'm schizophrenic and I have a gun."
Oh.
So, yeah.
Don't walk into an airport with that shirt.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think it's a shirt. I think it's something else, but I'm not. I have no idea what it could be. Oh. No clue. I have your Christmas gift planned, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to deliver. Let's just say your Christmas gift is going to be difficult to get. Okay. And I'm hoping that I can get it. That's all I'm going to say. Like, I wish I could tell you more, but I don't want it to be like I can't get it and then like just ruined. So I'm going to try my hardest to get this thing. So, yeah. Well, this has been the EMB Talk Show. Yeah. Not on the road. Mm-hmm. For like first time in like 3 months.
EMB Talk Show in the room.
In the room, yeah. In a bed. We're lying in a very large bed, which is not weird at all because Ethan is on one side of the bed and I'm on the other side of the bed.
5 feet apart because we're not gay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm tired. I gotta go. I can't wait to go to bed. We got 6.5 hours of sleep ahead of us before we have to get up and work cattle. So yeah. Well, this has been the EMB Talk Show. I already said that. I'm Braxton Manning.
I'm Ethan Johnston.
And you'll hear us in the next episode. Until next time, Yamayos.